Flame on. This is not exactly a revolution, but this is a thing of absolute frustration that I have towards these politically correct social justice warriors. They use the terminology colorblind to say, oh, say that white people have all this privilege and all these, and it comes with these privileges. To say, oh, colorblind is say, oh, I have a lot of friends that's colorblindness. I have nothing to do. I'm actually deeply insulted for them to bring up this terminology, colorblindness. The reason why is that I am legally colorblind. So I've described colors in that is because I've read descriptions on bottles and jars and boxes and online descriptions of various items and things and creatures and whatnot. Now to the real point. Social justice warriors. You want to say to all people, do not appropriate someone else's culture or someone else's way of life to interact with your own particular views. Well, to keep the population down and one felonious reason, another one, and saying you're colorblind because you have friends of all races and that. You know what? You literally appropriate my disability. And the disability of millions of people around the world. Do you not see your contradiction here? You say that you're colorblind, that you have you see everyone as equal, you see all races as equal, blah 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 blah. But to say that, you are appropriating. You are appropriating a disability community. And you say that a white person can't dress up in a Halloween costume because that's cultural appropriation. Okay, a white woman dressing up like Mulan from Disney. You say that's bad. No, that's just a white person. That's a white female dressing up like a character that she likes. A white woman dressing up like Hooks from Police Academy with the whole ducking off one's face. No, that is dressing up like someone that shown true power and feminist values. Along with a very tall boyfriend doing the same thing for Hightower, not racist. You keep on going on this colorblindness stuff. Colorblind this, colorblind that, colorblind the other. When you yourselves are appropriating the real colorblind people as calling them, you're saying, oh, we are colorblind, oh. Guess what? I know what it means to be colorblind. You don't. And with you keep on saying that, oh, colorblindness, wow, it's a beautiful thing. It's not a beautiful thing at all. It is one of the most horrific things to live with. Second from blindness itself. To be one of the let me see. Blurred vision and full-on blindness. Being colorblind is third on the list of the most visually crippling things that it can happen to anyone. I'm on the third level. But yet you choose to appropriate my disability and call it something politically wonderful. You guys literally make me sick to use the term colorblindness in such a fashionable term. What you guys don't know is that it is a horrific thing to live with. There are people in this world who cannot see real colors. They see black, they see white, and more than 50 shades of grey. That is extreme color. That is real extreme color blindness. But yet, you guys don't care about them. You say, oh, it's fashionable. We're colorblind. We have friends of all races. You know what? You guys are more despicable than the people that you claim are despicable. Let's see. You call people who dress up in other cultures clothing as wrong. Appropriation of that culture. And also you say, to say you've got black friends is racist. To say you got Asian friends that you're racist. You say you got Middle Eastern friends that you're racist. You say you got people from Africa friends that you say that you're racist. You got tanned Latinos and Latinas as racist. No, I call that having friends from different backgrounds. Since you want to appropriate my disability and the disability of millions of people around the world, you are literally offending all of us. You use our disability for something that is fashionably acceptable in your world. If you say, oh, appropriation of other cultures is bad, or appropriating some from that other people have is bad, stop appropriating my disability. Got it? How about start? Well, while we're on the topic, to all you white people who say colorblindness is a cool thing, as a politically cool thing, and condemn white privilege and all that stuff, how about you drop out of college, drop out of university, drop out of any situation that got you, that is a positive thing, because you believe, because of your background, you got there quite easily. Okay, leave. I can't stop being colorblind. I don't have a choice in my disability. You, on the other hand, want to stop white privilege? How about you living it up yourself? And in that, stop using my disability as something that you think is that you want to use as a political standpoint. I am really colorblind. And you think colorblindness is a fashionable word to use to describe one thing or another? It's not. It's really not. What you do offends people like me. You could say you're culturally blind. Saying culturally blind is different than saying colorblind. And before you say, oh, it means the same thing. No, it doesn't. Colorblindness is a disability for someone who cannot see certain colors. Me, I'm a red and green colorblind person on the lowest scale. But still, you guys insult me. There are people who are yellow and blue colorblind. You insult them. There are people who can only see black, white, and various shades of grey. You insult them. And what should be a funny thing about this is, actually, I can't find anything funny about this. These social justice warriors think you're that high and mighty that you would use my disability as something in your repertoire. And let me say this. I am both culturally and color blind. But you, on the other hand, would say there's both, when technically it's not. Cultural blindness. Not putting one culture above the other. All cultures are created equal. Ergo, all lives matter, biatches. But again, back to the point. You insult every single colorblind person who has lived in the past, who lives today, and will live in the future. You insult every single one of us. You insult the billions that come before us. You insult the millions that are living today, and you insult the billions and billions and billions that is yet to come of colorblind people. And before you say, oh, we didn't know that disability appropriation is wrong. Guess what? Your whole group, your whole society is based on disability appropriation. You think racism, you think cultural appropriation, race appropriation is bad? No. That's nowhere near to what you guys do. With the way you guys are acting, let me see. You appropriate the attitudes of the mentally disabled, because you refuse to see logic and refuse to see facts, you are literally appropriating the disability of people whose literal mental and logical mindsets are that they cannot obtain facts properly, that they cannot comprehend the connecting pathways of the putting the connecting fact A and fact one and fact B together to get outcome C. You are appropriating with your actions that the mentally and logically disabled people. You are appropriating that. That is far worse than cultural appropriation. Another thing that you want to say that you are doing when you guys get arrested for causing public nuisances, you don't use your legs. Let me just tell you this. I have a female friend who is literally paralyzed. And she hates it when you guys go limp. You are literally appropriating paraplegic people or mobilitic disability for your own cause. Let me see. Appropriating mental and logical disability, appropriating paraplegia. Well, I've already covered the colorblindness appropriation. What other disabilities that you appropriate in your culture, let me just say, I'm not culturally, to be honest with you, now, as I realize, I'm not culturally blind. I'm culturally superior to you. Another one, let me see. What's a good... I think I've covered them all. In one sense or another, you all appropriate disabled people. Ooh. Appropriation is bad in your books. But yet, you appropriate literally appropriate tens of millions of people in your rhetoric, in your attitude towards logic. You do so much disability appropriation, it's not funny. You insult the colorblind people. You insult paralyzed people. You insult people with mental problems. You do so much insulting of disabled people around the world. You clearly don't care about the disabled. Let's see. You would be the first people to use an actual disabled person you actually do use mentally handicapped people. You use mentally handicapped people as slaves. You're not above slavery. You call institutionalized racism. When you are institutionalized in your abilityist agenda. Let me see, you would use a mentally handicapped paraplegic person, have them to hold up a sign that you had created. And when a TV reporter asks them what they're fighting for, they don't know what they're fighting for. All they are told is that that particular thing is bad. And that makes me sick. You think institutional slavery is bad? How about stop using mentally disabled people? How about using people who are not paraplegics? And don't you ever dare go to a colorblind organization and say that the sign that they're holding up is rainbow, but yet it's covered with bloodshed and gore to push your agenda. You know what? You guys are literally worse than the people that you are complaining about. At least the people that you're complaining about create jobs. The system that you complain about are trying to put jobs within the grasp of disabled people. But no, you don't want to do. But yet you're condemning the government for doing that. Therefore, you hate all disabled people. You use disabled people for slaves, and you don't want disabled people to get jobs. Great. This is what CNN in America, Andrew O'Keefe from Weekend Sunrise, loves to promote. Well, the time has come for a revolution. And the revolution is to show the mirror to these disability slave drivers. And Andrew O'Keefe over here in Australia, I'm showing the mirror to your face. To the airheads of Studio 10. Say hello to the mirror that you have been polishing up for so many years. And to any reporter in the world who condemns people for wanting something better for themselves, well, wiki. There's your mirror. Enjoy your ugly reflections. Enjoy it. Young Turks. You say that people who voted for Trump are mentally disabled. You appropriated people with mental illness to push a negative narrative of Hillary Clinton's loss of the US federal election. Wow. And I thought I couldn't think any less of you, any lower of you guys. You've become that damn low. Me saying in my previous video about you guys, and if your pop trigger, or should we say pop triggered channel, to be honest with you, I'm literally punching below my intellectual weight class. Because everyone who works for the Young Turks, any sub channel of the Young Turks, I am going to be attacking far below my intellectual station. Oh, now that really... Wow. I thought I wouldn't be able to find something enjoyable about this. Knowing that I am... Just because all these people appropriate not only my disability, but countless other people's disabilities for their own political gain. Stuff racism. Let us stop disability slavery right here, right now. Stop appropriating disabilities for your political agenda. I've been Dragon Barrows. Burn you later.